I'm going to teach you a little trick about winding a bobbin so the thread sensor doesn't leave you tons and tons of thread. If you've noticed that your thread sensor comes up and says you're out and you look down here and it looks like there's tons of thread still, well, here's the catch. So when you look at the inside of a bobbin, see that top little ridge? When you wind a bobbin, it fills that ridge up first and then it drops down and fills the bottom part. Once the bottom part has been used up, the light shines through, the little sensor light shines through the bottom and says, oh, by the way, you're out. And your message will pop up on screen. Now here's the thing, is if you want to keep sewing, knowing that you have enough to get you down to through the end of your seam, don't push the OK button that comes up. And you'll be able to sew without it stopping all the time. But how do we maybe let less thread be at the top? Here's the little trick. So I'm going to just wind a little bit of thread onto this bobbin. So I've got my H up. I'm coming up from the inside to the top side of my bobbin. I'm going to put it up here. So if I just start winding the bobbin, and let's do this a little bit slower so I can just control it while I explain it. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as it starts to wind, I'm going to push down on this thread so it fills just a little bit of the top, and then it jumps down and fills the bottom part. And that way only maybe 12, 18 inches is left on that top part. So I know once I'm done, this is excellent for embroidery, because once you pull that, you don't want to really stitch much more with embroidery, kind of hoping you don't run out. So here's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to push play here and pop it down. So I jumped it down to the bottom part. Now it's filling there. I'll just stop and then I'll pull this out so you can see it. So there's just a little bit of thread in that top part. See what's up there? That's all that's going to be left when the sensor goes off. So once this goes off, and actually I'm going to just kind of pull a little bit. There we go. Actually, it should be just enough. We'll switch out the full bobbin with the test bobbin here. Drop that in. And we'll see how much longer it goes before it alarms out at me. So we'll just kind of sew some stitches, maybe set it for a zigzaggy stitch. Stitch 7, there we go. Okay, we'll have to sew a little bit more here. So we'll do needle down, turn around. Trust me, this will be worth it. All right, here we go. Down to the end of the bobbin. Got more on there than I thought. Okay, here we go. We got to be coming up to the end of this soon. Okay, bobbin thread is low. So since we know we made this the way we, the way we wanted it. So same thing, if I want to sew a little bit longer, just don't touch the green check mark. But we'll just say we're good. So we'll pull that out. I can see I'm practically out. Perfect. Now let's see how much thread is left on here. So from here all the way, oh, wow. So we got less than, about 10 inches there of thread. Now that's what I call a bobbin sensor. But you got to trick it with the little top edge be not filled up very much when you start to wind a bobbin.